Nicole here, and Jack is helping me apparently today. So this video is going to be for Leos and air signs. So if you are an air sign and you're with a Leo, or if you're a Leo with an air sign, this is for you. All right, so Leos, with Leo we have these people who are, keywords, bold, strong, fixed, meaning they're determined. They need to be admired. They need to feel like they're doing something important with their lives. They are the king and the queen, right? That's the archetype. When you combine this with air, air is wonderful because fire can't live without oxygen. So all of the air signs support the fire signs by giving them, whether it's kind of being interested in the fire sign's ego, being interested in praising their ego, or talking about the thing that the fire sign's passionate about. Air signs love this, right? So this little interchange is nice. Now you wonder, with air on the other side, or on the other hand, you need fire to heat air so that air can move, right? Because as it heats up, it rises and it grows, and it you can power things with air that's been heated. So the two really do well together. The fire sign gives the air that chance to kind of get more into their physical body, out of their headspace, and vice versa. The air sign gives the fire sign the opportunity to get into their headspace a little bit more and think through things, and it gives them a sounding board and somebody to sort of listen to all of their crazy ideas. Now, with Leo in particular, let's look at Leo and Gemini first. These two signs sextile each other on the chart, and a sextile is a nice flow of energy between two signs. It's an easy, the two zodiac signs that get along well together. They play well together. Leo is, again, the king, and there's a dignity and a loyalty and a steadfastness to a Leo, and also this need for self-expression. And then you've got a Gemini who is this bubbly, social, versatile, always on the go, multitasking kind of an individual. And together, these two, they have some great interchanges, or great exchanges. So the Gemini is going to be this bubbly thing that keeps the Leo, that's interested in the Leo, wants to learn more about the Leo's projects and know more about, and how does that work, and tell me more about, whatever it is. If the Leo is anything from a CEO to an artist, like whatever the Leo does that's the Leo's passion, the Gemini will want to talk with the Leo about it and learn more about it. And will remember, Geminis are really, they're those people that are good at remembering other people's stories, or other people's maybe even birthdays, or things that are important to other people. They're good. They're social. They're good at socially gluing and bonding people together. So for the Leo, that can be helpful. Leos can, not all, they can be opportunists, because they can be a little egotistical. So the Gemini can be helpful in connecting the Leo with the right people. That can happen. And definitely they're both more of an extroverted energy, so you put the two together and you've got a couple that's sparkly and dynamic and fun out in social settings. They would just enjoy one another's company. The shadow side I see with these two is there's kind of a lack of, again, Gemini pure archetypes, so not just Gemini Sun, okay? You could be Gemini Sun with other great stuff in your chart that gives you depth, but for the most part, Gemini is a surface, shallower energy. Okay, it's not an emotional archetype. This is about conversation and talking, and not necessarily meaning a thing you're saying. You're just enjoying the social exchange with another person. So that lack of depth for a Leo can sometimes be a little disheartening. The Leo, because they're fire, they need, and I think of them as kind of an earthy fire. Like there's a steadiness and a depth to a Leo where they need somebody to really love them, okay, like ardently love them. And all of the air signs, save maybe Libra, they're all fairly shallow in the sense, emotionally, in that they rule thinking about things, not necessarily emotions in your physical body that you're feeling, okay? So sometimes the Leo can feel a little bit like they're not fully being maybe loved, or maybe they're loving the Gemini more than the Gemini's loving them. That can kind of happen. But you actually see I see a lot of Leo Gemini couples. It's really a common, for whatever reason, it's a common combination. So apparently they do well together. On to Leo and Aquarius. Okay, Leo and Aquarius, these two signs oppose each other. These are opposites. Leo is in our fifth house. It rules the fifth house. And this has to do with our individual self-expression, our own creations. It includes everything from our actual like artistic creations or projects we're working on, all the way to our children that we bear, because we create our children more or less. Anything that we are creating, anything that wouldn't exist on this earth unless we were here. Okay, that's fifth house stuff. 11th house across on the other side of the chart has to do with, in my mind anyway, it's kind of like, it's like the house of humanity, but it has to do with everybody's opportunity to express their individual concept of what their free will is. Okay, so it's like letting everybody do as they please. So it's the Leo part. Leo is all about me self-expressing. Aquarius is all about letting everybody self-express, okay? So Aquarius, this 11th house also rules things like our hopes and our dreams, and it rules things such as, think of like Peace Corps, you know, any humanitarian efforts are gonna fall in the 11th house. It's about doing things as a group and as a collective that helps everybody be in a little bit of a better place. This is why we also look at science. Science is an 11th house rulership, and as is unorthodox behavior, you know, anything that's a little weird, that's not the norm, is going to be 11th house, is going to be an 11th house rulership. Now, with Leo, Leos are a little more traditional, okay? Just the Leo archetype. Sorry, my hair issues. Hair issues. Just shave it all off. Okay, Leos are more, because they're fixed, they're a little bit more of a traditionalist than an Aquarius, okay? Aquarius energy is definitely the opposite of anything that has to do with the word traditional. So they do things their own way. They are a little bit rebellious. They have no problem with just striking it out on their own. Or if you've got a person with their sun in the 11th house, or if they've got their Mars or their Venus or their Moon in the 11th house, any of their personal, you know, their main personal planets in the 11th house, this is going to be an individual who's unorthodox, okay? Either they're going to value being unorthodox, they're going to do things unorthodox in an unorthodox way, or they're going to feel and emote in a way that is unusual, okay? Or that's detached. But anyway, you take this Aquarius energy and you apply it to a Leo. The Aquarius is going to be really might be too flighty for a Leo. Leo needs devotion, okay? Leo really needs a partnership, but they want a passionate, intense, bonded relationship, okay? That's Leo energy. It really wants the true love, it wants the romance, and that bond with the partner. But it's also remember, this is fire, so this is more of a sexual, passionate kind of a thing. This is not Scorpio, this is fire. Okay, Scorpio would be they want the whole person, head to toes, okay? Or Pluto stuff. Now, Leo, they're the sun, so they expect their partner to revolve around them a little bit, which means they want their partner to be affectionate, to adore them, to be tender with them, etc. Now, Aquarius is not really these things. Aquarius is, as a general rule, they're the least sexual of the signs, okay? And they're more detached. They need freedom. So there can be an issue with the Leo needing more from the Aquarius, and the Aquarius kind of like Pepe Le Pew and the cat, you know, like the Aquarius like trying to sneak away a little bit. You can have that happen. Of all of the oppositions, this is one that I think is a little bit of a tough one. So, I mean, even if you think about it from like a solar system, like the actual metaphor of the sun in the middle of the solar system, and you've got Uranus pretty far away from the sun, right? It's pretty dang far, and it's on its side and sideways and spinning in a weird way. They're just kind of a funky, interesting combination, these two. So I'm rambling. Aquarius Leo, this is again another one that you see a lot of couples that are Aquarius Leo. I see a lot of them. And for whatever reason, that Aquarius has the ability to see all the Leo's grand projects and ideas and their pet thing, that they're even their secret passion, and they'll share it with the Aquarius, and the Aquarius is like, yeah, let's do that. And then the Aquarius might forget they said, yeah, let's do that, and be off on doing something else. But they definitely can feed that fire of the Leo, make the Leo feel like, oh, okay, great. Let's talk about Aquarius female to Leo male. Aquarius female is going to be definitely a free spirit. There's going to be issues there of jealousy. Leos can be jealous just because they want to be your number one. And Aquarius females definitely are flirty. They have a lot of friends. They're flighty. They can be a little flaky. So that Leo male could have problems with feeling like maybe she's going to be, going elsewhere for her affections, or taking her affections elsewhere. If we flip-flop this, again, also let me just mention that the Aquarius female will have that ability to see any of the Leo's grand ideas, maybe his most bizarre, closeted idea that he doesn't share with anybody because he feels like it's not good enough or it's not dignified enough or whatever. And the Aquarius' little freak flag will be like, that is a great idea. I love it. And so the Leo will feel like he can totally self-express with the Aquarius without feeling like she's going to censor him or tell him he's crazy or something. Now, other way around, Aquarius male, Leo female, ooh, that's a toughie. Aquarius men, I love Aquarius, so I'm not dogging on Aquarius, but the Aquarius energy is one that needs to wander. It needs to get out and about. And Leo females typically need to be adored. They need to be wined and dined and treated like a queen and treated in a way that is very, pretty traditional. And the Aquarius is not really it's not really the Aquarian's thing, okay? And I kind of know there's exceptions to the rule. Again, if you're looking at the whole chart, that he might have stuff that makes him more romantic. But for the most part, Aquarians are going to do things in a way that's really like, let's go out as a group of friends. Let's go, not like this one-on-one thing, which is what Leo needs. Leo needs candles and one-on-one and affection and romance. And Aquarius is more like almost like a college student sometimes in the way that they approach love and romance. So also, if you've got somebody who is Sun conjunct Uranus or somebody who has Aquarius on any of the sexual planets, they're going to have more of this sort of weird way that they approach romance. It's not going to be anything that you'll find in dating books. They just do things their own way. And also it's interesting, I've done some studies on homosexuality in Aquarian, and again, I've said in other videos, there's a fluidity with Aquarius. So the Aquarius energy sexually can, like, again, it's because it's like letting everybody self-express however they want to. So they have the same kind of approach sometimes with sexuality. It doesn't mean that everybody who has Aquarius is gay or anything like that, but it's just this, they're okay thinking about sexuality from a place of, sure, well, if that works for you, whatever, like they give people their freedom. And Leo will appreciate that because it will let Leo let down their hair a little bit, let down their guard, and get a little crazy. So that could be a good combo. All right, that's it for Leo. I've rambled long enough. On to Sagittarius.